Have you ever felt like the universe was working against you when it comes to money? That no matter how hard you try, abundance seems just out of reach? What if the real obstacle isn't the external circumstances, but something much deeper, your mindset? Imagine a world where abundance isn't just about earning more, but about aligning your inner world with the energy of prosperity. Sounds intriguing, right? But here's the catch. The way you think and feel about money can unlock or block the flow of wealth in your life. The good news is, you have the power to change it. And the first step? It might just be simpler than you think. It all begins with shifting your perspective. Keep reading to discover how a few small changes in your approach to money can lead to a transformation that's not just about what you earn, but about how you experience life. Ancient wisdom meets modern needs. Throughout history, numbers have been far more than just digits or calculations. They've been vessels of power, mysticism, and guidance. From the ancient Egyptians to the sacred texts of the Bible, numbers like 3, 7, and 9 have always been imbued with deep meaning, often linked to health, prosperity, and cosmic harmony. But among them, 520 stands out as a particularly potent number when it comes to wealth and abundance. In ancient traditions, numbers were considered keys to unlocking hidden forces of the universe. The number 520 is believed to carry a unique vibration that connects to prosperity, abundance, and overall well-being. This isn't just about financial gain. It's about tapping into a greater flow of life itself. Imagine your life as a river. When this river flows freely, it carries all the blessings you need: health, wealth, love, and peace. But what happens when the river is blocked? When fear, doubt, or limiting beliefs dam the flow, the prosperity you desire struggles to reach you. This is where ancient wisdom comes in. Codes like 520 were designed to realign you with the natural flow of life, helping to dissolve internal blockages and open the doors to infinite possibility. It's not just a matter of writing numbers on your hand or chanting mantras. It's about creating an internal shift that removes the barriers you've unconsciously built around your own success. The power of internal resistance. A key element in this journey is recognizing the role of internal resistance. Often, people blame their circumstances for a lack of abundance, things like job loss, tough markets, or even bad luck. But in truth, many of the barriers we face are self-imposed. Think about it. How often do we limit ourselves based on beliefs that aren't even true? Money is hard to come by. Success is for other people, not me, or I'll never be good enough. These beliefs are like mental chains that keep us from achieving our true potential. Take the example of Abraham Lincoln, who faced immense personal and financial challenges before becoming one of the most respected U.S. presidents in history. He suffered numerous failures early in his life, lost elections, bankruptcy, and personal tragedy. Yet, Lincoln never allowed his circumstances to define his future. Instead, he shifted his internal narrative, aligning himself with a higher purpose, which ultimately led to his monumental success. He didn't just look at the external world. He worked on changing the way he perceived himself and his potential. Similarly, consider Oprah Winfrey, a modern icon of self-transformation and success. Oprah grew up in poverty, facing unimaginable hardships. But rather than focusing on her lack of resources, she focused on her internal power, her belief in her ability to change her situation. She worked on transforming her beliefs about herself and the world around her, which opened the doors to the incredible success she enjoys today. The flow of life, aligning with abundance. Abundance doesn't just come from external forces like luck or timing. It's deeply connected to how we align ourselves with the energy of the universe. When you embrace the flow of life, you tap into a boundless supply of resources. This isn't just financial wealth, it's a mindset of abundance that touches every aspect of life. People like King Solomon, who was famed for his wisdom and wealth, understood this principle. He didn't just seek wealth, he sought wisdom, peace, and understanding, traits that naturally attracted prosperity. In today's world, we see similar principles at play with figures like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Both of these billionaires built their empires not by focusing solely on the money, but by aligning with the larger forces of innovation, service, and value. Bezos, for example, didn't just start Amazon to make money. He started it with the belief that he could revolutionize the way people shop. Musk doesn't just focus on making money through Tesla and SpaceX. He focuses on changing the world by advancing technology and space exploration. Their financial success is a byproduct of aligning their goals with broader, more universal principles of value creation and service to others. The role of fear and scarcity in blocking abundance. It's important to recognize that fear and scarcity are the greatest enemies of abundance. Many people are held back by the fear of failure, the fear of not being enough, or the fear of losing what little they have. But fear doesn't just prevent action, it actively blocks the flow of positive energy. The Buddha himself taught that attachment and fear are the root causes of suffering. This applies not only to material wealth, but to all aspects of life. If you fear losing money, love, or status, you create an energy field that repels those very things. Think of Steve Jobs, whose life was a testament to overcoming fear and embracing innovation. Jobs was known for his ability to stay focused on his vision. Despite the many setbacks he faced, he wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo, to take risks, or to fail, because he understood that abundance comes from the willingness to move past fear and scarcity. Reflection. The mindset shift needed for abundance. This brings us to a fundamental question. What if the lack of abundance in your life doesn't come from external circumstances, but from internal resistance? When you change the way you perceive yourself and your connection to the world, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. It's not the numbers on your hand that bring you wealth. It's your willingness to embrace the power within you to create change. The takeaway: you already possess everything you need to live a life of abundance. The sacred numbers, the rituals, the affirmations, they're simply tools to help you rediscover that power within. Just as Alexander the Great used his strategic genius to conquer vast empires, you can use your mindset, belief, and alignment with universal principles to conquer the financial challenges in your life. So, next time you face a financial obstacle or doubt your potential, remember that 520 is more than just a number. It's a symbol of the infinite abundance that flows through the universe, available to anyone who dares to tap into it. Why mindset matters more than methods. When we talk about abundance, the conversation often starts with external strategies, how to earn more, save more, or invest wisely. But the truth is, real transformation begins internally. While the practice of writing sacred numbers like 520 may appear to be the centerpiece, it's actually a catalyst for a much deeper process, a shift in mindset. And this mindset shift isn't just about money. It's about reprogramming the way we think about wealth, opportunity, and our place in the world. Attachment, aversion, and the lessons of Buddhism. Buddhist teachings have long emphasized that attachment and aversion are at the root of human suffering. Attachment to wealth can lead to greed and dissatisfaction, while aversion, fearing money or viewing it as evil, creates unnecessary barriers to financial prosperity. Both extremes disrupt the natural flow of abundance in life. Consider the story of Emperor Ashoka, one of the most powerful rulers of ancient India. In his early years, Ashoka was known for his greed and ruthlessness. His obsession with expanding his empire left him unfulfilled despite his vast wealth. But after a pivotal moment of introspection following the devastating Kalinga War, Ashoka shifted his mindset. He embraced Buddhist teachings and reframed his approach to power and prosperity. By aligning his wealth with purpose, focusing on social welfare, education, and peace, Ashoka not only found personal fulfillment, but also created a legacy of abundance that inspired generations. The same principles apply today. It's not enough to acquire money. We must align our financial goals with values that bring meaning and joy. Without this alignment, no amount of wealth will feel like enough. Money is a tool, not a burden. Your relationship with money shapes how it flows in your life. Do you see money as a tool for freedom and opportunity, or as a source of stress and obligation? This distinction is critical because your perception determines your behavior. Take John D. Rockefeller, the first American billionaire, as an example. Rockefeller was raised in modest circumstances and, from an early age, understood the value of money as a tool rather than an end in itself. Despite his immense wealth, Rockefeller was known for his careful financial habits and his belief in giving back. He famously said, "The man who starts out simply with the idea of getting rich won't succeed. You must have a larger ambition." His mindset, grounded in gratitude and purpose, allowed him to turn financial success into a legacy of philanthropy that continues to benefit the world. In contrast, consider modern examples of individuals who win the lottery but lose it all within a few years. Their stories are cautionary tales of how a lack of gratitude and understanding can lead to the squandering of abundance. Without the right mindset, wealth can become a source of chaos rather than security. Reframing guilt and scarcity. One of the most common barriers to abundance is guilt. Society often paints wealth as something to feel ashamed of, as though having more somehow takes away from others. But the truth is, abundance is not a zero-sum game. There is enough for everyone if we approach wealth with gratitude and generosity. Michelle Obama has spoken openly about her relationship with money and success, particularly during her time as First Lady. She reflected on her initial discomfort with wealth, but ultimately reframed her perspective, understanding that her financial success could amplify her ability to give back. By embracing gratitude for her resources, she used her platform to create opportunities for others, proving that abundance grows when it's shared. The power of gratitude. Here's the key insight. Abundance flows where gratitude grows. Gratitude is more than a feel-good sentiment. It's a powerful energy that shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's possible. When you approach money with gratitude, you create space for more to flow into your life. One striking example is the life of Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers. Franklin, known for his frugality and wisdom, kept a gratitude journal where he reflected on the positive aspects of his life. This practice wasn't just about feeling good. It helped him maintain a mindset of abundance and opportunity, which he credited for much of his success. Franklin didn't hoard his wealth. Instead, he used it to invest in education, libraries, and public projects that uplifted others. Practical steps to transform your mindset. 1. Examine your beliefs. Reflect on how you feel about money. Do you see it as empowering or stressful? Identify any limiting beliefs, such as money is hard to come by or I don't deserve wealth, and challenge them with affirmations like, I am worthy of financial success, or money flows to me effortlessly. 2. Practice daily gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, focusing on your financial situation, even if it's small. Gratitude shifts your energy and opens you to opportunities. 3. Shift from scarcity to abundance. Instead of thinking, I can't afford this, ask, how can I make this possible? This reframing helps you focus on solutions rather than limitations. 4. Align your money with purpose. Use your wealth, no matter how small, to create value for yourself and others. Whether it's donating, investing in personal growth, or supporting loved ones, purpose magnifies abundance. 5. Visualize success. Take a few minutes daily to visualize your ideal financial future. See yourself living the life you desire, with all your needs met and opportunities flowing effortlessly. Mindset over methods. While methods like writing sacred numbers can be helpful tools, they're ultimately a means to an end. The true work lies in shifting your perspective. History and modern success stories show us that mindset is the foundation of prosperity. By focusing on gratitude, aligning with purpose, and releasing guilt and scarcity, you create a fertile environment for abundance to thrive. The next time you think about financial struggles, ask yourself, are you truly open to receiving, or are internal blockages keeping abundance at bay? Stories of transformation. To understand the true power of mindset and intention, we can look at how these concepts have played out in real-life stories. Stories that show us how transformation isn't about the tools we use, but the energy we put behind them. The sacred numbers, like 520, may seem like magical formulas, but the real magic lies in the shift within. Let's explore how this works in practice through 2 powerful stories. Story 1. The Merchant's Awakening. In a bustling village, there lived a merchant who was struggling to keep his business afloat. His shop was failing, and no matter how hard he worked, the customers were few and far between. Desperate, he sought the advice of a wise monk known for his deep understanding of life's mysteries. After listening to the merchant's woes, the monk gave him an unusual task. He instructed the merchant to write the number 520 on his hand every morning and meditate on the phrase, "I am a vessel for abundance." The merchant, skeptical but willing to try anything, began following the monk's instructions. For weeks, he performed the ritual daily, with little expectation of change. At first, nothing in his outward circumstances seemed different. His sales didn't immediately improve, and his shop was still quiet. But as the days passed, the merchant began to notice something remarkable. His mindset was shifting. He started to view his business differently, not as a burden, but as an opportunity. He took risks with confidence, trying new methods to attract customers. More importantly, he began treating his customers with a new level of kindness, patience, and authenticity. Slowly but surely, his business began to flourish, not because of the number written on his hand, but because the act of writing the number was a reminder of his own potential and worth. The sacred code helped him align his thoughts with abundance, and this internal transformation translated into external results. In time, his shop became a thriving center of commerce, attracting more customers and fostering goodwill. Lesson: it's not the act but the intention behind the act that activates change. The merchant's success didn't come from writing the number alone. It came from the internal shift it triggered. The number 520 became a symbol, a reminder to think differently, to act with purpose, and to believe in the flow of abundance. This is the key to transformation, a change in perspective. Story 2: The Farmer's Seed. In another part of the world, a farmer struggled under the weight of debt. Every season, he hoped for a good harvest, but the crops always seemed to fall short, leaving him with little to repay his creditors. One day, as he was sorting through his grandfather's old scriptures, he came across a passage that seemed to speak directly to his heart. It described the practice of writing sacred numbers on one's tools and whispering a prayer of gratitude each day. Although the farmer wasn't sure if this would work, his faith in the teachings of the scriptures pushed him to try. He wrote the sacred numbers on the handles of his plow, on his shovel, and even on the wheelbarrow he used to transport the harvest. Each morning, he would whisper a prayer of gratitude as he worked in the fields, focusing not on the burden of debt, but on the abundance that could come from the earth. The first few months were tough, and there seemed to be no change. Yet, gradually, the farmer noticed his crops began to thrive. The soil seemed richer, the weather more favorable, and his yields were higher than in previous years. But more surprising than the crops was the support he received from the local community. Neighbors who had once turned their backs now offered help, lending him tools and money to pay off his debts. Before long, the farmer found himself debt-free, his fields flourishing, and his life transformed. Lesson: faith and action together cultivate miracles. The farmer's belief in the sacred numbers wasn't what changed his situation. It was his belief in the process and his faith in the universe's abundance. Every time he wrote the numbers and prayed with gratitude, he was aligning himself with the energy of possibility, and that alignment opened the door for miracles to unfold, not just through his own actions, but through the generosity and support of others. In the same way, when we act with faith and gratitude, even in the face of difficulty, we often find that the universe conspires to support us in ways we could never have imagined. These stories of the merchant and the farmer are powerful examples of how transformation occurs when we align our actions with the right mindset. Both individuals weren't just using sacred codes or writing numbers. They were engaging in a practice of self-reflection and faith, which ultimately changed their lives. The sacred numbers served as a tool, yes, but the real magic was in their ability to trigger a shift in belief. The merchant's change wasn't about selling more products. It was about selling them with purpose, integrity, and optimism. The farmer's abundance didn't come solely from better crops. It came from his faith in something bigger than his immediate circumstances. In your own life, ask yourself, What small shift in mindset could unlock the flow of abundance for you? It might not be a sacred number you need to write down. It might be something as simple as reframing your thoughts, approaching challenges with gratitude, or believing in the possibility of transformation. These stories remind us that when we change the way we think, we change the way we experience the world, and that shift often leads to the abundance we seek. For Chin, how to use this method effectively? Applying the sacred number 520 as a tool for transformation isn't just about following a set of instructions. It's about creating a practice that aligns with your deepest intentions. The key to this practice's effectiveness lies not in the number itself, but in how you approach it with intention, gratitude, and belief. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you apply this method in your daily life. 1. Prepare your space. Find a quiet place that resonates with peace. Before you start, it's essential to create an environment that supports calm and focus. Whether it's a dedicated corner in your home or a peaceful spot outdoors, choose a place where you can clear your mind and connect with your inner self. This space doesn't need to be elaborate. It just needs to be a place where you can focus without distractions. Think of this space as your sanctuary. Presidents, for example, like Abraham Lincoln, would retreat to quiet spaces for moments of reflection, allowing themselves time to focus and make clear decisions in the midst of turmoil. Similarly, your space should help you feel centered and ready to make powerful changes in your life. 2. Choose your number. Write the sacred number 520. Now, take a pen, preferably one in red ink to symbolize vitality, or blue ink for calmness, and write the number 520 on your left hand, wrist, or even on a small piece of paper you carry with you. The left side is often associated with receiving energy, which is why it is suggested for writing this number. This number is more than just a symbol. It's a reminder that abundance flows into your life when you open yourself to it. This practice echoes the method of Warren Buffett, who, despite being one of the wealthiest men in the world, credits his success to clear, focused decisions, something that's rooted in knowing where to direct your energy and intention. Your act of writing the number is your first step in making a conscious decision to invite abundance. 3. Set your intention. Visualize the life you desire. As you write the number, begin to visualize the life you want, one that is free from financial stress, filled with opportunities, and grounded in a sense of inner peace. Picture yourself living in abundance, free of the constraints that often come from fear or scarcity. The key here is to see it vividly. Think of Barack Obama during his campaign years. His speeches weren't just about policy. They were about painting a vision of hope that resonated with people. He effectively used the power of vision and intention to unite a nation. In the same way, your visualization should be clear and filled with purpose, embodying the prosperity and freedom you wish to manifest. 4. Invoke gratitude. Say, "Thank you for the abundance already present in my life." Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools we have in shifting our mindset. Before moving forward, take a moment to say, "Thank you for the abundance already present in my life." Gratitude is a powerful magnet for positive energy. It opens the door to more blessings and opportunities. This idea is similar to what Queen Elizabeth I of England embodied in her leadership. She expressed gratitude for her nation's strengths and resources, which allowed her to attract loyalty and support from her people. By expressing gratitude, you start from a place of abundance rather than lack, and that mindset directly influences the energy you send out into the world. 5. Affirm positivity. Replace negative thoughts with empowering statements. As you continue with this practice, replace any limiting beliefs or negative thoughts with empowering affirmations. Say things like, "Money flows to me easily," or "I am worthy of wealth." Repeat these phrases with conviction. When you affirm these thoughts, you train your mind to align with abundance. Take the example of Oprah Winfrey. She consistently affirms her belief in her own worthiness and potential. Her success didn't come from external factors alone. It came from her ability to hold a deep, unwavering belief in her own value. Your affirmations are a key part of aligning your mindset with your goals. 6. Take inspired action. Let this ritual inspire wise financial choices. This ritual is powerful, but it works best when paired with inspired action. Use the clarity and positivity from your practice to make wise financial decisions. Whether it's saving, investing, or pursuing a new opportunity, let the energy of the ritual guide you. Remember, no method works in isolation. It's your effort and belief that fuel results. A real-world example here is Elon Musk. His success wasn't just about inventing cutting-edge technologies. It was about acting on bold ideas and taking calculated risks. Similarly, once you've set your intentions, let that energy inspire the actions you take. Trust your intuition, make decisions confidently, and remain open to opportunities. This method is an ongoing practice, a ritual that grows stronger the more you commit to it. By preparing your space, setting your intention, invoking gratitude, affirming positivity, and taking inspired action, you can begin to align your life with abundance. Remember, it's not just the act of writing a number that creates change. It's the deeper transformation that occurs when you fully embrace these principles with your whole being. Your mindset is the driving force. And when you believe in your worthiness of abundance, the universe will respond accordingly. Buddhist perspectives on abundance. In Buddhism, abundance isn't measured by material possessions, but by how harmoniously we align with the world around us. The Buddha taught that wealth is deeply intertwined with one's character and actions. True abundance stems from qualities such as generosity, mindfulness, and ethical living. These principles form the foundation of a prosperous life, one that transcends financial gain and extends to emotional and spiritual richness. 1. Generosity. Share what you have, and the universe responds with abundance. Generosity in Buddhism goes beyond giving material wealth. It's about sharing time, energy, and compassion with others. When we give freely, without attachment or expectation of return, we open the doors to infinite possibilities. This isn't just a spiritual concept. It has practical applications in the real world as well. Take Andrew Carnegie, the industrialist and philanthropist. For example, after amassing a fortune in steel, Carnegie devoted much of his wealth to causes that helped improve society. From building libraries to funding education, his generosity didn't just benefit others, it also created a legacy that solidified his place in history. His wealth grew not just from business ventures, but from his commitment to giving. This reflects the Buddhist idea that when we give, the universe responds with more, not because of the material wealth we seek, but because generosity nurtures a sense of connection and abundance. 2. Mindfulness. Be present in your financial decisions. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, is crucial when it comes to managing wealth. Being present and aware in each moment helps us make thoughtful decisions. Whether it's spending money, saving, or investing, it means avoiding impulsive purchases, resisting the urge to follow societal pressures, and instead focusing on what truly matters. Consider Barack Obama's approach to decision-making throughout his presidency. Known for his calm, thoughtful demeanor, Obama often emphasized the importance of reflection and careful consideration. This mindfulness allowed him to navigate complex financial and diplomatic challenges. In Buddhism, the same principle applies to money. Each financial choice should be made with awareness and purpose, avoiding wastefulness and cultivating gratitude for what we have. Wealth is not about collecting as much as we can. It's about being wise and intentional in how we handle what we already possess. Buddhist mindfulness encourages us to appreciate the present moment and use our resources responsibly, which leads to more fulfilling and sustainable wealth. 3. Ethics. Wealth gained through honest means carries lasting value. The Buddha taught that wealth gained through ethical means is the only wealth that brings true satisfaction. This principle is rooted in the idea of right livelihood, one of the components of the Noble Eightfold Path. In a world where shortcuts and dishonesty often seem like the fastest path to success, ethical wealth is a rare and valuable pursuit. Look at Mahatma Gandhi. His life was a model of ethical leadership. Despite living simply, he amassed a different kind of wealth, one based on moral integrity, truth, and nonviolence. His impact on the world wasn't through material wealth, but through the principles he lived by. In business and personal life, Ethical actions have long-lasting effects. Whether it's being honest in business dealings, fair in contracts, or generous in charity, wealth built on a foundation of ethics ensures a deeper, more sustainable form of prosperity. 4. Reflection. True wealth lies in a contented mind. In the Buddhist tradition, the idea of abundance is inextricably linked to the state of the mind. A contented mind is the greatest wealth one can possess. The Buddhist teachings suggest that no matter how much material wealth we acquire, true peace and happiness come from within, from a mind that is free from attachment and craving. Take Nelson Mandela, who, despite being imprisoned for 27 years, found contentment in his heart. His wealth was not in money or power, but in his ability to forgive, to stay grounded in his values, and to be at peace with himself. His mental clarity and contentment were the true markers of his success, far beyond his political and social achievements. The Buddha's teaching resonates here. Riches are not from an abundance of worldly goods, but from a contented mind. This is a reminder that true prosperity doesn't depend on how much we own, but on how much peace we cultivate within. A contented mind is the foundation for lasting happiness, regardless of external circumstances. By integrating these Buddhist principles into our approach to abundance, we begin to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of plenty. Generosity, mindfulness, and ethical living aren't just spiritual ideas. They are practical tools that can transform our lives. As we align ourselves with these principles, we unlock the true wealth that the Buddha spoke of, wealth that flows not just from material gain, but from a life well lived. Addressing skepticism. Skepticism is a natural response to methods that fall outside conventional norms. Writing a number on your hand or focusing on energy alignment might sound unorthodox, even overly simplistic. But let's take a moment to explore what's really happening beneath the surface. This isn't about magic or superstition. It's about using tools to focus your energy, clarify your intentions, and tap into opportunities that may have been hidden in plain sight. It's not magic. It's realignment. Think of this practice as a way to shift your perspective and energy. History is full of examples where unconventional approaches unlocked extraordinary potential. Take Albert Einstein, for instance. His groundbreaking theories often started as thought experiments, mental exercises that allowed him to explore possibilities beyond traditional frameworks. People doubted his unconventional methods, but his ability to focus deeply on new perspectives led to revolutionary insights. Similarly, the act of writing a number or repeating affirmations isn't about the act itself being magical. It's about creating a moment of focus, intention, and openness to possibilities. By channeling your energy in a specific direction, you become more attuned to opportunities and solutions that might have otherwise escaped your notice. Shifting the mindset from skepticism to curiosity. Skepticism isn't a bad thing. It's a sign that you're thinking critically. However, skepticism becomes a barrier when it prevents you from exploring new possibilities. Instead of approaching this method with blind belief, try a mindset of curiosity. Ask yourself, what if this works? What changes might I notice? Consider Thomas Edison, who faced doubt not only from others, but likely within himself. When inventing the light bulb, he failed thousands of times before succeeding. If Edison had dismissed his unorthodox methods or refused to experiment with curiosity, the world might have waited much longer for electric light. His process wasn't about blindly believing in success. It was about being open to discovery and testing what was possible. Why energy and focus matter. Let's look at someone like Steve Jobs, who was known for his laser-sharp focus and almost spiritual belief in his vision. Jobs didn't achieve success simply because he was a genius. He aligned his energy and attention so completely with his goals that opportunities seemed to manifest naturally. Whether it was persuading Wozniak to join him in building Apple or convincing the world to think different, Jobs' ability to focus on what mattered most was the driving force behind his achievements. This practice of writing numbers and setting intentions works in a similar way. It's a way to center yourself, focus on what you truly want, and clear the mental clutter that might otherwise distract you from recognizing opportunities. Challenge yourself to try with curiosity. Here's a simple challenge. Approach this method as an experiment. Don't adopt it with blind belief or dismiss it outright. Instead, treat it like a scientist testing a hypothesis. Write the number, set your intention, and observe the changes, not just in external circumstances, but in your mindset and actions. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who has often spoken about the power of intention and visualization. Oprah didn't achieve her success by chance. She consistently set clear intentions for what she wanted to achieve and stayed open to the opportunities that aligned with those intentions. She's even said, "You don't become what you want, you become what you believe." By aligning her beliefs and actions, Oprah turned vision into reality. What to look for? As you try this practice, pay attention to subtle shifts. Do you notice yourself approaching challenges with more confidence? Are you seeing opportunities that you might have ignored before? Sometimes, the biggest transformations happen internally first, reshaping how we interact with the world. Even skeptics like Abraham Lincoln understood the power of internal transformation. Lincoln's journey from self-doubt to one of the greatest leaders in history wasn't a product of external circumstances alone. It was his ability to realign his mindset, even in the face of immense challenges. When you engage with this method from a place of curiosity rather than doubt, you open yourself to unexpected possibilities. It's not about guaranteeing outcomes. It's about creating a mindset that allows you to see opportunities. Align your actions with your goals, and trust in the process. After all, the greatest successes in history often started with someone saying, "Why not try?" Practical takeaways. The power of visualization. Visualization is a proven tool used by some of the most successful people in history to manifest their goals. When you vividly imagine the life you desire, you're not just daydreaming, you're programming your subconscious mind to align with success. Visualization creates a mental blueprint that guides your actions and decisions, making your goals feel tangible and achievable. Take Jim Carrey, for example. Before he became one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, Carrey famously wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered and kept it in his wallet. He visualized himself achieving success so vividly that it drove his actions, ultimately leading to the very real check he received for Dumb and Dumber. Similarly, athletes like Michael Phelps use visualization techniques to mentally rehearse their performances, seeing themselves succeed before they ever step onto the field or into the pool. To harness the power of visualization, take a few moments each day to picture your ideal financial life. See yourself in vivid detail, living in your dream home, traveling to destinations you've always wanted, or achieving professional milestones. The clearer your mental image, the more your subconscious will work to make it a reality. The role of affirmations. Affirmations are more than just feel-good phrases. They are tools to reshape your financial narrative and combat limiting beliefs. Positive self-talk helps rewire your mindset, replacing thoughts of scarcity with those of abundance. Consider the example of Muhammad Ali, who famously declared, "I am the greatest," long before he ever achieved the title. His affirmations were a declaration of confidence, and they helped him cultivate the mental strength needed to dominate the boxing world. Ali's words weren't just boasts. They were affirmations of his belief in himself and his future. In a financial context, affirmations like "money flows to me easily and effortlessly," or "I am capable of managing wealth wisely," can shift your internal dialogue. Over time, this practice helps you see yourself as someone who deserves and can handle abundance. Write down a few affirmations that resonate with you and repeat them daily. Speak them out loud and say them with conviction. Mindful money habits. Mindfulness in managing money is essential for creating lasting financial stability. Budgeting, saving, and investing with intention are not just practical strategies. They are reflections of your values and priorities. Take Thomas Jefferson, for instance. While he is often celebrated for his contributions to the founding of the United States, Jefferson was also known for meticulously tracking his expenses. His practice of recording every penny he spent wasn't just about numbers. It was about maintaining a clear picture of his financial situation. Today, many financially successful individuals follow similar habits, using tools like budgeting apps or investment plans to align their spending with their long-term goals. Mindful money habits mean paying attention to where your money goes, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and ensuring that each dollar serves a purpose. It's about asking questions like, does this purchase bring value to my life? Is this expense helping me move closer to my goals? The act of budgeting isn't restrictive. It's liberating because it ensures that your financial resources align with your priorities. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is a cornerstone of abundance. When you focus on what you already have, you shift your perspective from scarcity to sufficiency, and this mindset naturally attracts more opportunities for growth. One historical example is Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the United States during the Great Depression and World War II. Despite facing immense challenges, Roosevelt often reflected on the strength and resilience of the American people, finding gratitude even in difficult times. This practice of focusing on the positive helped him inspire hope and motivate a nation. In your financial life, a gratitude practice can be as simple as writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Maybe it's a steady paycheck, a supportive family, or even the ability to learn and grow. Gratitude not only enhances your mental well-being, but also fosters a sense of contentment, making you less likely to engage in impulsive or fear-based financial decisions. These practical takeaways, visualization, affirmations, mindful money habits, and gratitude are not isolated techniques. They work together to create a mindset that supports financial abundance. By incorporating these practices into your daily routine, you're not just improving your relationship with money, you're setting the stage for a life of greater balance, purpose, and fulfillment. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you experienced any shifts in your relationship with money? What's one thing you can start doing today to open yourself up to abundance? Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and support each other on this journey of transformation. Remember, the first step toward change is awareness. So, are you ready to unlock the flow of prosperity in your life?